I look at the computer say, Floyd said, yeah, Nelly 50. I'm like, what did he say me for? Nelly your first baby mama, Melissa, then took your fiance. Say that nigga.
You got the 3 big boogers on each side. So ain't no regular queue, you know. You might find a regular queue for 50 or for 100 maybe, but you know, it's 200 just for a kilo.
What's the pendant cost?
3 just for the pendant.
50, who own your masters? Who own your masters? I buy your masters. You better shut up. I will buy your masters.
50 Cent is once again talking about the whole BMF situation and revealing some big secrets. This time, he is saying that Lil Meech stole $10 million from the company. He also says that Rick Ross helped him do it. In a very angry post on Instagram, 50 Cent explained that he found some important money records. These records showed him that there were secret business deals, a lot of money that had disappeared, and some weird money transfers that were connected to BMF's bank accounts. According to what 50 Cent said, this was a very serious act of betrayal. He believes that Rick Ross was the one who planned the whole thing from the beginning. They used my name and Meech's father's good reputation just to get money, 50 Cent wrote. He called out both Lil Meech and Rick Ross for using the BMF company like it was their own personal way to make money. People close to the situation say that 50 Cent had been feeling suspicious for a few months. He started noticing that some things with the money were not adding up. He saw problems in the contracts and the payments for the BMF TV show and all the related products you could buy. These big accusations have caused a huge reaction online. Fans on social media are very shocked and are asking both sides to explain what is really going on. Lil Meech has not said anything about it to the public yet. However, people who know him say that he is extremely angry and is getting ready to tell his side of the story to clear his name. Rick Ross has also chosen to stay completely quiet about the whole thing. His silence has made a lot of people wonder if maybe 50 Cent's story is actually true. With $10 million set to be gone and all the trust between them broken, the entire BMF business is dealing with another huge problem. This new scandal has the power to ruin the company's reputation forever. Now that Rick Ross is involved in the drama and private text messages are being leaked for everyone to see, 50 Cent is dealing with some very serious consequences from his claims. But before all of this lying and betrayal between friends ever started, there was a chance for something good. And it was 50 Cent who was the one to create that chance and make it possible for everyone.
Do a BMF film because you've been entertained by a lackluster, small budget series. Now it's time to do a big budget film. Which director? Shout out to my homie F. Gary Gray, Antoine Foucault, what's up? Tarantino. It's a lot of legends. This is gonna be big, I can feel it. I'm just talking.
When 50 Cent personally chose Demetrius, Lil Meech, Flannery Jr. to play the part of his own father, the famous Big Meech, in the Star's hit television show BMF, it was much more than just picking an actor. It was a decision that would completely change the lives of 2 different generations. Back at that time, Lil Meech was not an actor in any way. He was working hard as a rapper and having a difficult time finding his own place and his own success in the entertainment industry. No one in Hollywood was offering him jobs, but 50 Cent saw something special in him that no one else had noticed. He saw a kind of raw talent that was waiting to be used. 50 Cent decided to put a lot of his own time and money into making that talent grow. He sent Lil Meech to acting school for 2 full years in a row. 50 paid for every single cost himself, and he also acted as a mentor, guiding Lil Meech and helping him through every part of the process to get him ready for real fame. But that was only the beginning of a much larger plan. Behind the scenes, away from the cameras, 50 Cent started directing a lot of money to help the Flannery family. He was helping them build a new life for themselves through honest and legal business deals. According to what 50 Cent says, he helped the family legally get their hands on more than $5 million of clean, legal money. This was money that could be used to put their lives back together and to create a strong and secure future for their family. This whole project was never just about making a television show. 50 Cent had a much bigger picture in his mind. His larger plan included creating other related TV shows, documentaries, and even turning the story into major motion pictures.
Thinking the dude was going to do right by him and give him a bag and help him out and stuff like that, and he ended up being in the same spot and probably worse right now. Because just say this, man, just say if he would have held his head with 50 now, right? I don't know if 50 would have fucked with him, but 50 would have been like, yo, Tammy, leave that alone, ma. Don't put that on that dude. You know what I'm saying? And 50 wouldn't have been behind it. The only reason this shit grew the way it grew against Meech is because...
If everything had worked out exactly the way he had planned it, the BMF brand could have easily made between $30 and $50 million in real, legal money. For a family whose past was always connected to street life, this was their one big chance for a better life. It was a way to completely change their reputation and build a kind of power that would last. While his father, Big Meech, was serving his sentence in prison, he was able to watch his son become a famous star. He saw his son carry their family name into all kinds of major media and television shows. This time, the fame and attention were not because of anything related to the streets. This time, the spotlight was because of Hollywood, and the person who was responsible for that huge change was not a lawyer. It was not an old friend from the past, and it was not even another famous street legend. It was 50 Cent. He was the one with the plan, the person who brought the BMF story back to life. He turned the whole thing into a model for how to find real, legal success and create money that could be passed down through the family for generations.
His jewelry is priceless and timeless. Like, it's just a different type of craftsmanship that he does. Elliot charged me $200,000 just for this Cuban. This Cuban is like 1,100 grams. It's chunky, real big. I really can't have this on for longer than 3 or 4 hours. My neck started hurting. The lock say Eliante on it. You know, say his name, his signature. They got the 3 big boogers on each side. So ain't no regular Cuban, you know. You might find a regular Cuban for 50 or for 100 maybe, but you know, it's 200 just for a kilo.
What's the pendant cost?
3, just for the pendant.
But that is only one piece of what happened. 50 Cent didn't just keep the BMF brand going. He did it with a careful plan and by being humble about it. For many years, he never talked about the millions of dollars he spent. He never bragged about the careers he helped start or the chances he gave to people. He did not ask for anyone to thank him or to give him public praise for his work. At least, he did not ask for it until recently. Because all of a sudden, the whole situation changed. People started asking a lot of questions. They wanted to know why 50 Cent was now so upset about getting the money and the respect he felt he deserved. The most popular idea that people are talking about is pretty simple. He wasn't just being a helpful person. He was actually making an investment. He wasn't just trying to get a quick payment. He was trying to build a huge business that would last for a very long time, and he was building it from nothing. Every single thing he did, every chance he took, and every dollar he spent was a carefully thought-out plan. I bet that BMF would become something huge and important. But when that whole plan began to fall apart because of people being disloyal and betraying him, and because people started changing sides, his quiet waiting turned into public anger. Even Rick Ross joined the argument, making fun of 50 Cent and acting very sure of himself. Ross said that 50 was getting too upset about losing the money, but he did not stop there. He went after 50 Cent in a very mean and personal way. His comments were intentionally rude and disrespectful, and they were meant to hurt 50 Cent in the areas that would bother him the most: his pride, his reputation, and his sense of loyalty. The real moment when everything changed was when Big Meech was finally let out of prison in the month of October.
I look at the computer say, Floyd said, Nelly 50. I'm like, what did he say me for? Nelly your first baby mama, Melissa, then took your fiance. Say that nigga.
After spending many years in prison, the man who created one of the most famous drug empires in American history was a free man again. But his new freedom also brought new problems. It started a new game for power, where people were testing each other's loyalty and dealing with the politics of the music business. This completely messed up the balance that 50 Cent had spent years carefully building. Everyone thought that Big Meech getting out of jail would be a time for a huge reunion. They believed it would be a powerful moment for both the hip-hop world and the television world. Fans were expecting to see pictures of them together, interviews with the press, and maybe even a brand new BMF documentary that had the real Big Meech's approval. It was supposed to be the next big step for the BMF brand. But what actually happened next? It shocked everyone in the industry and left 50 Cent feeling hurt by a betrayal that no one was expecting. For his first big public appearance, Meech did not go out with 50 Cent. Instead, he showed up in public with Rick Ross, who has been 50 Cent's biggest enemy for over 10 years. And this wasn't just a random meeting or something that just happened by chance in the business. They were seen together all the time, hosting special parties, going to car shows, and even performing together at a huge concert to welcome Meech home. The pictures of them together spread very quickly all over social media. In the photos, Meech was smiling while standing next to Ross, hugging him like he was a close friend he had known his whole life. But what people really noticed was that there was no mention of 50 Cent anywhere. There was no post to thank him, no shout out to him, no sign that Meech even knew him. It was just silence. And that silence said a lot. It wasn't an accident that he was forgotten. It was a clear and intentional sign of disrespect done in public.
But look, 50. Boy, I see you struggling making that G-Unit film studio out there in Louisiana where that cheapest land at. You thought you was going to be able to do it. You thought you was going to be able to get them loans and it ain't. What's wrong? What's taking...
To a lot of people who were watching this situation, it seemed like a planned-out betrayal. It was like a message that was sent in a very loud and clear way, showing that new friendships and teams were being made. In the beginning, 50 Cent did not say anything about it. But anyone who knows how he usually acts understands what this means. When 50 Cent gets quiet, he is not giving up. He is actually getting ready to fight back. It is never a sign that everything is peaceful. It is a sign that he is preparing for what comes next. Soon, people started asking a big question. Where did all of the money go? According to 50 Cent, the money was definitely not sitting safely in the family's bank accounts anymore. He said that he helped the Flannery family get more than $5 million in honest and legal income from the BMF project. This was real money from real checks, clean business deals, and legal profits. 50 Cent even talked about it directly on the internet. He posted a message asking, "Why didn't that guy look out for me? I was the one who sent him to acting school." Then he made his point even stronger with a very angry statement. He called out Big Meech by saying he was acting like a big shot and that all the people who were free while he was in jail did nothing to help him. He said that Meech came home from prison thinking he was a famous drug lord, but that he was the one who helped his family make over $5 million real dollars. He finished by saying it wasn't his fault that all the money was gone and that Meech wanted to look so cool that he was even wearing his son's jewelry, telling him to give it back. That post caused a huge reaction and surprised everyone in the music and television business. This is because even though 50 Cent said he gave them so much financial help, news stories started coming out that said Big Meech actually had no money left. The millions of dollars were all gone, and the loyalty that 50 Cent once thought he could count on had completely disappeared. To make everything even worse, Lil Meech's money problems became a big news story again, and not in a good way. There were rumors going around that he was so desperate for cash, he started selling personalized video messages online for just $500 each.
50, who own your masters? Who own your masters? I buy your masters. You better shut up. I will buy your masters.
This was the same Lil Meech who was once the star of a television show worth millions of dollars, and now he was trying to make money by selling cheap video messages. For 50 Cent, this was not just a problem about missing money. It was clear evidence that his whole investment and all the loyalty and trust he had given had been completely wasted. And of course, 50 Cent was not going to just ignore that and let it go. The very moment the news came out about Lil Meech doing promotional videos for $500, 50 Cent went straight to Instagram and got everyone on the internet talking. He posted a message that said, "Big Screech has Meech doing promo videos. They're $500 each. You should get one for yourself before they are all gone." That single post by itself caused a huge reaction on social media. But acting in his usual way, 50 Cent was not finished. He was not even close to being done. Just when people thought his jokes and teasing had reached their limit, 50 Cent made another post. This time, he shared a fake link to a GoFundMe page that was supposedly set up to ask for money for Big Meech himself. Let's be honest, there is a very good chance that 50 Cent made the page himself just to make the situation even more dramatic, because that is exactly the kind of thing he does. He creates chaos on purpose and carefully plans ways to embarrass people. But no matter who actually created the page, the moment 50 Cent shared it, the internet went crazy. The GoFundMe page claimed that Big Meech needed help paying for his bills, which included a $3,000 a month rental for an Airbnb. 50 Cent could not stop himself from adding more, writing his own caption that said, "Help Big Screech pay for his $3,000 a month Airbnb. That's one of P's houses. Shout out to quality control." Even after that moment went viral and everyone was talking about it, 50 Cent came back to the situation one more time. This time, he brought the Detroit rapper 42 Dugg into the whole mess. He posted that Dugg had supposedly given Big Meech $100,000, and then he added, "Your daddy, my friend. You made a mistake giving Screech $100,000. That money could have gone to the people on your own team. You have been acting hard-headed."
Cent says he gave the BMF family $5 million legal dollars, so he does not understand where the money went, how Lil Meech blew it before Big Meech got out of jail, but he feels extremely betrayed after that picture got taken between Big Meech and Rick Ross after he got out of jail.
Today I'm coming to tell all my supporters, you're a business owner, entrepreneur, wherever you got, you can make it go up. Hit me right.
Naturally, 42 Dugg wasn't going to stay quiet. He fired back on Instagram, defending his city and Big Meech. This made the fight explode all over the internet, with everyone arguing and sharing rumors. This situation made people ask a big question. How could someone as famous as Big Meech need help paying his rent? A friend of 50 Cent, Tony Yeo, suggested that Big Meech was complaining that his own son, Lil Meech, wasn't giving him financial support. At the same time, reports said that Lil Meech was spending money wildly on expensive clothes and jewelry. An insider said the problem wasn't the spending, but that the family had no long-term plan for the wealth 50 Cent helped them create. Then, a huge rumor started. People said that 50 Cent bought the halfway house where Big Meech is legally required to live. If this is true, it means Big Meech is now paying rent directly to his biggest rival. 50 Cent seemed to confirm it, making a joke about putting that ninja on toilet duty. The story went viral, with fans calling it the ultimate power move. Meanwhile, Lil Meech broke his silence to show his loyalty to his father, writing death before dishonor. This made it clear he had chosen his dad's side over 50 Cent's. Things got even more complicated when 50 Cent's longtime enemy, Rick Ross, got involved. Ross held a big welcome home concert for Big Meech, which seemed like a direct challenge to 50 Cent. In response, 50 Cent posted a short message asking, "What next season?" This made fans worry he was canceling the BMF TV show for good. This led to a darker theory. Some people online began to wonder if Big Meech was secretly jealous of his son's success. Instead of being happy for Lil Meech, he may have tried to compete with him, which ended up destroying the opportunities they had. Now, the future of BMF is uncertain. The TV show might be over, and all the public fighting may have been for nothing. The big question remains, was this all a betrayal by Lil Meech, or was Big Meech secretly controlling everything from the start?